All right, another time it is to be back right here on the Football Gazette podcast. My name is Muyiwa Joshua. Call me MJ for short. You're definitely spot on. Well, I've got with me the regular J in the building. This day, Olushola Victor. How's it going, brother?
It's going well for me, but not so well for Man United. And I know you're going there, so let me just already set the pace before you.
You're very right. That's where we're starting today's proceedings with.
Of all the places to start.
Well, Victor, it's barely 3 games into the Premier League season, and it's looking as though everything Manchester United fans were hoping for is going to be in shambles already. Hopes are being shattered. Just 3 games into the season. Victor, what's wrong with Manchester United?
At this point, I think a lot is wrong because the truth is, like you said, this was not the season we envisaged. But truthfully now, as a Man United fan, I didn't expect this season to be all beautiful, all roses and, smooth sailing for us because we are trying to recover from a very terrible outing in the previous season. But to be only 3 games into the season, I mean, not even 3 games, because the 3 games we're talking about would include the Carabao Cup.
Yes.
But we're talking the Premier League now. But then, the Carabao Cup just as encapsulated, or rather, hey, the Carabao Cup has, covered everything and given us a vivid picture of what is really happening in the team. I feel like the Carabao Cup exposed a lot of things about the team, and it's really appalling when you think about it because I don't think we want to continue on this trend. It is a downward trend that would probably lead the team to a complete sinking. And if you ask me what the problem is with the team, I mean, we have to start from the coach, we have to go to the players, we have to go to the backroom staff and so many other things. And I know you want to talk about the game against Grimsby.
Well, as much as I would love to talk about it, time might not actually permit us.
Yeah.
Victor, I want to start from where you stopped. As much as we're all aware that there's more to the problems of Manchester United than just the player, we have the manager who would have his own share of the issues, the board, the hierarchy right there at Manchester United. Everyone has got their own shares of the scores.
Absolutely.
All summer, while Manchester United was busy trying to address their goal-scoring problem, especially in the attack,
yes,
it's dawned on me all through those periods that Manchester United are only addressing this issue from the surface level.
Why do you say so?
Because I feel when it comes to the organization, the general organization, forget about the fact that the Carrington training ground was actually rebranded somehow during the summer as well. But to me, I felt a lot are not being addressed. I mean, cutting cost on all fronts doesn't necessarily mean you're heading the right direction, like you said.
Yeah, I understand you. But do you think these cutting costs and maybe the backroom issues actually get portrayed on the pitch? Because, for instance, take a look at the game against Grimsby. I do not think it has anything to do with. Absolutely not. I think it's just the players not doing what they need to do the way they need to do it.
So let's take it this way. You think Manchester United are really getting the actual profile of player they need to address what exactly is wrong now in the team?
I think
especially as it concerns Ruben Amorim's setup.
So, talking about the head coach of the team now, I feel like he's actually got a good plan for the team. But in the last 30 games, Man United have not won back-to-back Premier League games. We haven't won 2 games in a row since this man took charge 30 games ago. Now, it boils down to what I'm about to say, that I feel like he needs some flexibility. Because he's too...
in his approach this time around.
Yes, because you're in the Premier League and things might not always go your way. The game against Grimsby, the first half, we started with a back 3. There is no reason why you're playing a 4th tier team and you are playing with a back 3. Eventually, which will collapse into a back 5 when you're on the defensive side. Do you understand me? I feel like there are some games that you should approach with a different mindset, with a different, strategy. I understand that you have a game plan in mind and all of that, but then you have players that can function in various places now. You have Mbeumo in the team, you have Konya in the team, you have Sesko in the team, a hungry striker who is still very, very, very young and active and wants to do a lot of things for the team.
Yeah.
You have Ahmad in the team as well. You have a certain Bruno Fernandes in the team. Tell me what exactly you need to succeed again in the Premier League.
That's still the question I asked you earlier, Victor. So do you think these players that were brought into
fit the team profile of playing at Man United?
I don't know. I'm still struggling to wrap it around my head.
They do.
Playing in a 3-4-3 formation.
They do.
These guys are not used to this.
That's why I said Amorim has to be a bit flexible. It would always go the way he wants it to go. The second half of the game against Grimsby Town, it changed things up. There was a little adjustment to the formation, and it showed in the way they played. They were able to get 2 goals back in that game, even though it's not something that should happen on a good day, but it happened. So I feel like moving forward into the season, he needs to understand that there are certain games that he needs to approach differently. These players have the profile to play for this club. We wanted to complain about Garnacho, we wanted to complain about Sancho and how they were just nonchalant and, playing so almost as if they were not interested in playing for the team. But these guys are hungry.
They found a way to get them out of the team, but still.
Absolutely what I was about to say now. These guys that are here now, they are hungry to play. They want to play. We can see that these boys know what they want to do. Well, I don't know. It's maybe a mix of the manager, a mix of the players' attitude, and a mix of maybe some morale that has been lost in the team as well. Because if you lose games back to back, of course, it dampens your morale as a player.
Victor, one thing is certain, and I'm sure you would want to agree with that.
Which is?
If results continue to go this downtrend,
no, they should not. They should not.
It will definitely affect the psyche and the morale of the new boys, the so-called new boys.
Absolutely.
Because you're getting yourself in an environment you're not used to.
And you're seeing very, very terrible things happen in the team.
That's why I mentioned that initially, Manchester United fans never envisaged for this start. Especially going by the transfer, the businesses Manchester United actually do during the summer.
But I'm sure Man United fans did not expect that a miracle was going to happen.
No. Of course, not all of a sudden.
They had a huge chunk of the players from the previous season.
Exactly, that's my point. And Ruben Amorim mentioned it that there is no way you would change 22 players in a single transfer window.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. You do that gradually. But news emanating right there from Old Trafford as it that if results continue to go away from Manchester United's way,
I think there will be some relief, this weekend against Burnley. Honestly, there should be some relief against Burnley. But it's not going to be an easy game for Man United.
Not that you can say categorically.
That's why I say there should be. Now, it's all probability for Man United because the truth is you don't know what to expect. I mean, after the game against Arsenal, the very first game this season, it was as if we were firing on all cylinders. But then the next game came and it was
dropped.
It was
the intensity, the morale,
everything almost
psyche
disappeared. And then the third game, which is actually the Carabao Cup, was almost as if we picked up from where we left in the previous season. It was even worse than the previous season. But then we'll wait to see what happens. Amorim, the boys, I do not know if they have to maybe go wash their heads somewhere. But then we need results, and I am particularly sad for that, as a Man United fan.
Well, that's from Victor saying Manchester United, the players and the manager might need some sort of cleansing. In the next couple of days, we hope to see stories that would emanate from that particular camp. Victor, let's quickly talk about the UEFA Champions League. Although it's quite unfortunate, Manchester United by whiskers missed the chance to actually play their way.
We've moved away from Manchester United.
Everything in the world of football now will keep bouncing on Manchester United.
That's why we are the biggest club in England, by the way.
Okay.
Because you can't stop talking about us.
But then that should be only in name, not in deed.
No, I don't agree with you. In name and indeed, we are the biggest club in England.
Oh, that's why you still languish bottom half of the Premier League table.
For now.
And got dumped out by fourth-tier
For now, it happens. It can happen to anyone. It can happen to anyone, yes.
But I used to remember Chelsea and Manchester United at some point found themselves in this shithole.
Yes, actually.
But some way, somehow, Chelsea have been able to
come out of it.
Even when it needed them building from scratch.
Liverpool also had that problem.
Liverpool also did.
So it's a what's the word now? They would say it's going to get to everyone.
Yeah, table turn.
Yeah, table turn.
But why is it looking as though it's going to last forever for Manchester United?
For ours, it's more like we have something holding us down and making it more difficult for us to get out of it. But I feel like in the coming weeks, this season, I hope in the coming weeks this season, that we actually, find a way to just thrive. Let me not say come out yet.
Okay.
Because it's take a while for us to come out on top.
Completely.
But we have to thrive. We have to be able to know that, okay, there are these games, we have these games ahead of us. We can take certain points from the next 5 games. You can be able to tell yourself as a Man United fan, as a Man United player, that we have Man United. Okay, for instance, we have Burnley, we have Man City, we have Chelsea next. From the next 3 games, we have a possibility of 9 points. But then, as a Man United fan talking to you today, I cannot say that of the 9 points, we're going to have 6 points. I can't say that categorically because Man City is firing on all pistons. They lost their last game. Chelsea as well. Still firing as well. They want to make a statement with Man United.
Yeah.
And let's get back to Champions League because we're supposed to.
Our time is short. So let's quickly delve into the Champions League now. The draw, let's say the league phase draw, where the 36 teams each will be going up against 8 opponents.
Yeah.
There are no second legs here.
Absolutely.
Once you face an opponent, then you go to the other one. 8 opponents each for the all 36 teams.
Which team of the Premier League teams has the most interesting fixture for you?
Well, for me, I like that question. For me, after seeing the draw, I think some way, somehow, Chelsea have got the most interesting lineup to actually go. No, it's not a matter of you seeing that coming.
Okay.
When you take a look at Arsenal, Arsenal and Manchester City somehow have got much easier fixture on paper.
Really?
On paper.
You think so?
Compared to Chelsea.
Wow.
Is
this an excuse in advance?
No, it's not an excuse. Of course, I want to believe that Chelsea have what it takes to go all the way.
For real?
5 out of the possible 8 fixtures.
You think so?
Yes, in the group stage.
Wait to see. Barcelona is among the 5 or not?
Bayern Munich is there.
No, it's Barcelona among the 5 that Chelsea
Yes. Bayern Munich.
Are you for real?
SSC Napoli.
Are you for real, man?
Ajax.
Are you for real, man? I need to get this.
When I was telling you that the likes of Arsenal, of Manchester City, of course, like we've always known them to be.
Yes.
When it comes to draws like this, some way, somehow, they've always had it quite easy or very easy compared to other English sides. It's no excuse from the Chelsea fans' point of view. It's just the situation.
It's just what it is.
But then, regardless, I believe Chelsea has got what it takes to actually win 5 out of the 8 league phase games.
5 out of 8.
Yes.
Including Barcelona.
Well, I wouldn't know which in particular.
No, you should be able to tell me.
Well, we have Paphos there. Paphos.
So Paphos is one of your.
Karabakh is there.
You really think you can get past that team?
Wait, where are we getting to? Where are we getting to?
Are we
still on this issue or another?
Honestly, I'm trying to get the Champions League draw right now.
Well, I understand the fact that you might not be keeping tabs with it because the team you support doesn't play their 3 won't be playing the game in the Champions League this season.
Just wow.
But then it's
okay. Let me just remind you, by the way.
Okay.
You mentioned Paphos, you mentioned Karabakh. You have Ajax, you have Benfica, you have Atlanta, you have Bayern, you have Barca,
see the setup.
You have Napoli. And you're telling me you're going to get 5 out of 8.
Yeah, I saw the setup yesterday, so I'm well aware of what we have there.
Interesting.
And I'm saying that I'm not even mincing words this time around.
What about Arsenal? Arsenal have Bayern, Inter, Atletico Madrid. They have Club Brugge, they have Olympique Marseille.
You know that those ones are nowhere near Arsenal level.
Wow.
On paper, I'm not saying automatically Arsenal will do one.
Are you serious?
Yes, see.
So you see Arsenal getting into the next phase without any difficulty?
Of course not. Of course not. They still have some big guns as well to play on tackles with.
Well, for me though, I think the team that has it easier on, rather like you said, on paper so far in the English Premier League For me,
Manchester City
has to be Man City. Honestly.
Yeah, I agree with
honestly,
you.
because
I agree with you.
Man City have Dortmund, they have Real Madrid, they have Bayer Leverkusen, Villarreal, Napoli, Bodo Glimt, Galatasaray, and Monaco.
On paper as well.
On paper,
when you take a look at Manchester
simple.
City from last season and the early stages of this season, they played only 2, right?
Yeah.
We've seen them 1-1, then lost another to Tottenham Hotspur. You really can't say for a fact that the Manchester City we used to know exactly the Manchester City we used to know in like 2-3 seasons ago are the ones who won't be seeing this season. Now.
I mean, it's been even less talks about them, recently. We haven't really been having
even in the market, on the pitch, and off the pitch.
I don't know. I feel like maybe Pep Guardiola's, ride is maybe coming to a
a close. And I want to know. I won't be surprised if mid-season or towards the end of the season
he leaves the club.
Yeah, he leaves the club.
I feel like he would. By the way, by the end of the season, I feel like maybe Guardiola might just leave. I think regardless of how things go, even if they have a good season or not, he might just leave. I think it's one of those.
But then one thing is certain, it's now closer to the end than when
the beginning, of course. Yes. Yes. So wait for the Champions League, and I want to say it categorically here that I do not see Chelsea making it past the quarterfinals of this particular.
You've actually said that before, but I thought you were only trying to spy Chelsea.
I'm not trying to troll now.
But okay, that's like your honest assessment of
honestly, yes.
The stage.
I do not think
Chelsea
Chelsea and Arsenal will not make it past the quarterfinals. That's my own take. That's what I think is going to happen. Honestly. And this is not me trolling.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, it remains to be seen, but the Chelsea fans, that's really
don't call Chelsea fans.
No, I'm only trying to inform them. Perhaps they didn't get you clearly. So that's from Olushola saying he didn't see Chelsea and Arsenal when he was really sure about it. Honestly. Not making it out.
I mean, talking about Premier League teams now.
That's Premier League teams not making it past the round of the quarterfinal stage.
The quarterfinal stage.
But then I think the quarterfinal stage
is fair.
Maybe it's still fair for a club like Chelsea. I'm being honest here.
For a club like Chelsea.
For a club like Chelsea.
For a world champion.
Wait,
did you forget?
I think you guys need to just sit back and know what you guys are spilling at some point.
No. Okay. What?
Sometimes you rate Chelsea when it comes to being the world champion.
It's not rating. I'm not rating you. I'm reminding you of what you would say normally.
Oh, okay.
You would tell me that you're the world champion. So now that you have come to the
I'm actually speaking. I'm
telling me that you think
I'm being a spokesperson.
Enough.
I'm being a spokesperson for Chelsea fans out there.
I don't think Chelsea fans would agree with you. Do you agree with him? He's saying Chelsea would be okay with a quarterfinal point.
Okay, Chelsea fans from Olushola now. You guys are nurturing the mindset that you have what it takes to go all the way.
If you're the world champion, you need to go all the way
to
win the Champions League. You're able to get to the final at least.
Well, Victor, enough of the Champions League. Enough of the Champions League. I got your verdict already on Chelsea and Arsenal.
Right.
Well, let's talk about the big one to come this weekend. It's the game week 3 of the Premier League. Oh well, Liverpool
versus Arsenal. My God,
that looks like a very interesting one
on
paper.
It is actually.
But then these big fixtures, you really can't say what to expect from them at times.
Honestly,
they can just go to be a drab draw, and at the end of the day,
I actually think that Arsenal seems to be nicely poised for this encounter. Ask me why.
Even while playing and they are yet to score, you see this excitement in their play.
Arsenal plays promising football. Arsenal plays exciting football. And I think the addition of Ebere Chieze to that team might just be the flavor that they need. But they will still go trophyless, by the way.
That's for Arsenal. You saying Arsenal will go trophyless. But I feel this particular fixture, I actually see Arsenal edging through. Yeah, edging past Liverpool.
Because the truth is, statistically, in the last 6 meetings in the Premier League, Liverpool have not won Arsenal. Yes, they have met 6 times. I mean, the last 6 meetings, Arsenal has won twice, and they've played 4 draws. So, Arsenal has been a difficult team for Liverpool to defeat in the last 3 seasons. So it's left to be seen if history has a part to play in the game that is coming up this weekend.
Well, that's even statistically. Well, I'm
Yes.
talking about the
Player-wise and all that.
the two matches we've
Arsenal-
seen this season. Tell me, I feel Liverpool are now very porous in defense.
Yes.
2 games
Right.
they played.
Yeah.
Some way, somehow, they've conceded 2 goals.
I feel like the last game was
after squandering 2-goal leads.
2-goal leads.
On
Yes.
each occasion.
Yes, you're
so
right.
I feel Arsenal would have come to the realization to explore that particular loophole.
But Arsenal also has a goal scoring problem somehow.
Well, I
I
don't want to take it as such because their last match they actually won 5 goals to nothing.
But we know how that game,
Yeah, we know how it went. And the first game too, it wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy for them to get that.
Considering the fact that Manchester United actually stood up to the occasion. But then some way they still have a way of winning that by a goal to nothing.
Well, I think it's not going to be easy for Arsenal because I remember that Odegaard limped off. Odegaard limped off.
Bukayo Saka
as well. Gabriel Jesus as well. They have
Havertz as well.
That's 4 players already. And against the Liverpool side that is fortified, we have Florian Wirtz, we have Cody Gakpo.
That's even the last person you should mention.
No. You want to mention who first now?
You go Kitike.
Okay, yes.
Mohamed Salah. Cody Gakpo.
I mentioned Gakpo, but I'm mentioning Florian Wirtz because it's brought something to the midfield of Liverpool.
But then it's not visible yet.
That's the thing. Many people are not seeing it, but it is very, very.
Well, I really don't know where you watch your football.
Honestly, I feel like he's a silent operator in the team for now. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like Florian Wirtz plays like what's the name of this guy now? The Fabinho that Liverpool once had. You barely see him, but then he does stuff on the pitch of play. But if you ask me, I think going into this weekend, what would distinguish Arsenal from Liverpool or what would make someone win the game at the end of the day has to be individual brilliance. Honestly, it has to take one person to take the team on his head and just look for something, do something different. But I feel like it's going to be a game of goals. Lots of goals because Liverpool, in the last 2 games, we've had over 4 games. Over 4 goals in each game. So for Bournemouth to have gotten 2 back against Liverpool after going 2 goals down, Arsenal might. That's the thing now. When Arsenal face big guns, they have problems scoring goals. They might have the possession and all of that, but then they don't find it very easy to score goals. Enough goals, by the way. But against Liverpool, they've scored against Liverpool in all their last 6 meetings. But let's see how this one goes this weekend.
Well, that's what I'm coming to that. Let's see how it goes this weekend. But I'm of the opinion that Arsenal should do one past Liverpool. Well, I want to give Arsenal 3 goals to 1.
The game is at Anfield, by the way.
Talking about Anfield.
Yes.
As much as it might still be a fortress for Liverpool, I want to believe it's not such a fortress as it used to be.
You think it has lost its sting?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't think so, though, honestly. I honestly don't think so.
So you don't think Arsenal can come all the way away to get 3 maximum points from Anfield?
Not this season. Not now. Maybe later in the season.
Oh.
So I think Liverpool might just maybe they will not draw for Liverpool, but they won't lose the game to Arsenal. No, they won't. Because if they do, it's going to be a puncture in their flow for the season.
Well, it does. I really don't think so. Because I believe these guys have got the mentality to actually get up on their feet again after any setback. I mean, talking about Hugo Ekitike, these are big guys who's been to the biggest stages, played on the biggest stages.
Ekitike has been scoring set goals. I mean, it's not really done anything spectacular.
It doesn't matter. I mean, so long as getting the ball in the back of the net, I think that's what counts most.
Unlike a certain Shesko, by the way.
A lot still has to be seen as regards that particular player, Benjamin Sesko. But call it the wrap on the show this afternoon. Then you're definitely spot on. Until some other times when we get back here to do this once again, do stay good and safe. Peace out.